Dave, you got to play us in.
I'm
Play us in.
new Axelord's intro.
Room 334 and a half.
Probably wondering what guitar I'm playing today. Playing my Godfrey guitars, Voltez, made by Les Godfrey. I brought it because I thought it would be. It's one of the most metal things ever, but it's also not metal.
It's like art and metal.
Yeah, it's like Art Deco meets super metal.
Yeah, all his builds are made.
So I'm just gonna, because then I'm gonna. We have Kerry King coming in theoretically in a second. Although he may get stuck in the elevator because everybody does here.
Also, he might get stuck in the elevator because he's Kerry King. And
That's true.
It's Slayer.
And the elevator will just freak out and stop.
That was my main. I'm not going to ask him this question unless I will ask this question first. So he and his wife apparently recently moved to New York City, and even though I think New York is a city where people can walk around, celebrities can walk around and not be bothered, like I do it every day.
Right. I've seen you get bothered.
I
actually only at a Pantera show.
I get bothered just enough. Not bothered. I'm like, what else do you like about me? But I always think, like, if you're in Slayer, how would people keep themselves?
I think it's the only city in the world where people would not know that.
You think?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Slayer transcends all. Even though I do agree with you.
It's the most un-rock and roll town in a weird way.
New York City is not metal.
No.
Like, there's not a lot of metal bands from here. I know when you say that, people get
Law and Order, Twisted Sister, Anthrax.
Would you say Law and Order? That's a TV show.
No, they were a band from Staten Island.
Really?
Yeah, they were really good too.
Apparently not that good. Oh, we got to cut that out. Can't shit talk.
Yeah, we can. You were because you were just totally talking speculatively.
Well, no, I was saying but there isn't, statistically speaking, like L.A. Bay Area, where there's a ton of.
There's no like rainbow of New York.
No, someone's got to do it. But there's plenty of rainbows of Long Island.
That's true. But like, who would come?
Why would you bring up Rainbow when we're talking
Not the
about metal?
band, the restaurant and bar.
Oh, I thought you were saying, and I'm not knocking Rainbow, especially the Graham Bonnet era.
This is a great misunderstanding that will go. This is our first genuine who's on first moment.
I really love it. Yeah, no, you're right. Well, no, there's like Duff's in Brooklyn. There used to be St. Vitus.
Yeah.
That's true. St. Vitus was the one thing, really.
The CBGBs of metal.
Oh, and then that other place with the strippers on the bar. Was that Lucky 7?
Oh, Lucky 13.
I played a gig there once and like was being attacked by mosquitoes during the gig. It was dour.
Are you
That's still there,
sure
though.
that's what was happening?
I think so.
Maybe it's like some side effect of something. I don't know. You know the thing about guests, my new thing with Axe Lords, I tell everyone they should be on Axe Lords. Anyone, even I'll be at Guitar Center, I'll be like, hey kid, you should be a guest on Axe Lords. And then I give him your email address. Email Tom Beaujeur. He can make it happen.
Even like if there's like a kid there with their parents, you should be like, your son's really good. Shows a lot of promise.
But is he ready to take it to the next level? Axe Lords.
He should go.
Yeah.
Here's my friend's number. He does this podcast called Axe Lord.
I like this idea.
Oh shit, Kerry King is here.
Uh-oh. Get your shit together.
Holy shit. Imagine a world where only guitars mattered. We have with us today one of the great legends of heavy metal, Kerry King, who, if you don't know who he is,
You can fuck off.
you can fuck off. Just turn off this podcast. We don't want you listening to
Yes.
it.
Thank you for coming on Axe Lords.
Yes.
Absolutely. What else am I going to do today?
Exactly.
Wait, I know it's a sunny. It's like one of
perfect
the first sunny day in like
Yeah,
2 weeks.
It's not a bad day.
It's not a bad.
It was nicer yesterday, but it's not a bad day.
Yeah, yesterday was tropical for
For
December in New York
Yeah.
City.
Can I ask you a question?
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So,
I like that you preface
I
that
do.
on an interview show.
there's a little bit of a run up because I like to make people uncomfortable with long stories. So, and I think you saw this tour too, Dave. I saw the Clash of the Titans,
Yes.
1991, June 28th. I looked that up because I can't remember anything, at Madison Square Garden. And you saw it in Cleveland, Dave?
Richfield Coliseum.
Nice.
Yes, which is ostensibly in Cleveland, but was like, might as well have been in like Philadelphia of the mind.
And that was my first Slayer show. My wife saw you guys at the Felt Forum because she's cooler than me. But I had not seen Slayer. And so, Alice in Chains, blah, blah, blah. And, I started realizing, people are yelling Slayer no matter which band is playing. And then...
For weeks before the concert
yes.
around Cleveland.
And we were on the floor, which was all folding chairs. And it's really one of my most profound concert memories, which is why I'm making you sit through it, is the fucking lights went down. And it really was like gates of hell had opened. Like suddenly every folding chair had been thrown into a pile in the corner. And there was a giant fucking pit. And the seat cushions were raining down, and I don't know how people had gotten them in like aerosol cans. Like you would look up on the sides of the garden, and people were just like fucking shooting flames and stuff. And this happened. It felt like it all happened in like 4 seconds when you guys went on stage. It was like boom, bam, and how early? My question is like, how early in Slayer's career did you guys start seeing like this reaction, this power that you had? It's one of the top 3 craziest fucking beginnings of a show I've ever seen.
It's true. I mean, that the show that I saw was like, you go, and no disrespect to the other 3 bands, but you got like, why did those guys even show up? Like compared to like what eventually happened.
But like, yeah, when
Slayer came
did it start? Was it immediate? You guys started playing shows and people were just going completely nuts?
Well, people had to stomach it for a while, so it wasn't like record 1, wasn't record 2. I'd say somewhere between record 3, 4, and 5, maybe record 3 and 4. When you start to get a reputation, people know your music. They're not just coming to say, hey, let's check this out. They know it and they want to see it. So it's got to be that time frame, like 86, 88.
Do you ever get numb to that audience just going, like that rush of seeing people go insane? Like, do you get used to it? Or is it like every show you're like,
I'm kind of used to it, but I mean, I really don't expect it, because when you expect things, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. So, you just go in with a clean slate and see what's going to happen when the music hits.
What's the craziest thing you've ever seen from the stage?
Craziest and funniest thing I ever saw was the first time I saw a wheelchair come over with somebody in it. I was on Jeff's side. This is when Jeff was still playing. I was on Jeff's side, and we both saw it at the same time. We both just put our heads down because we were both just laughing because we weren't prepared to see that,
right?
And then once you saw it, you're like, oh well, that's kind of cool. At least they get to partake in the fun as well, but just not having that picture in your mind before you see it, just like, what the fuck? Cracked up for a few seconds and, carried on.
That's amazing.
And like, did the person make it onto the stage or they just went
No,
into
they made it. They made it in the barricade and wheeled out and probably did it again.
Excellent.
Was Carrie on stage when you did the Pantera thing?
Yeah, but I didn't. I was so focused on my amazing BMX jumps.
You guys have shared a stage.
At the Pantera show at the Garden during Walk, you were out there singing, and I rode my BMX bike on stage. But I was so focused on wheelies and stuff, I didn't clock everyone who was out there until I saw the video later. I almost hit you in the head. I really apologize.
It'll be the first time.
I almost took out you and Randy Bly, and I apologize, but it would have been bad. But this, well, speaking of accidents, I was wondering with your gauntlet with the huge spikes, were there ever any incidents with that, you or anyone else getting severely?
Not me.
Injured.
I mean, I poke myself in the side sometimes, but the way it sits, you got to have your arm in a really weird position to make it stick me. But early on, like probably record 1 or 2, maybe Huntington Chapel. I don't know. Back when we were playing, tiny places, just building your way up. I was still on a live cable. We didn't have money for wireless back then. And I got yanked into the crowd by my guitar cable. And I just put my arm down and did like that. And I was trapped no more.
Wow, that's effective. I like
Yeah.
that.
I can't remember where that was, but it definitely happened.
Carrie just did like a Captain America shield lift with his arm,
Yeah.
just so in case you're not watching.
That's excellent.
Your dad was a guitar player. You went like
Not really.
Not really. He just had a guitar.
Yeah, he had a handful of guitars. I think he lived vicariously through me because once I started getting into it, I started knowing what things were that he never knew. When we got my first Mockingbird, I had no idea what a BC Rich was. He says, "You ever heard of these?" He'd always scour the newspapers and stuff, and I'm like, I have no idea. I wasn't that cool yet.
He found your first Mockingbird.
Yeah, he found my first everything really.
What was the first one?
The first Mockingbird.
Just the first one that you actually picked up and kind of started playing on.
Like I said, he would find all kinds of weird stuff. There was a acrylic guitar they found. It was a Fender. I think the story way back when belonged to one of the Beach Boys. I was never a real Fender guy. I've admired people that play Fenders, but I knew right away a single coil wasn't what I wanted to get into. But that guitar was cool, and I was really enamored with it. But we ended up not getting it for whatever reason. But yeah, as far as guitar geeks want to know, we had a
We do.
60-something L Series Tobacco Burst Strat, which was pretty cool. And I think we wound up trading that for maybe the Mockingbird. I don't even remember how it went, but once the Mockingbird showed up, I'm like, man, this thing, it took me weeks to figure out what all the switches did.
You actually know what they do though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You might be the only person on the planet.
Yeah, there's coil splitters, there's out of phase. I think there's a preamp on it. I haven't played it forever. I'd have to go back and look at it and say, oh, yeah, I remember what
Do you
this.
still have that one? The first
I do
one?
have that one.
That's cool.
Yeah, it went to a Hard Rock Cafe for a long, long time, and I got it back. I thought I should probably have that. And, yeah, it's sitting in my basement in New York City.
Nice.
I had a Mockingbird and I sold it to a dude who goes to Cindy's store all the time, and he's like, I still got that Mockingbird.
He's still teasing you
I'm like,
about
dude,
it.
Mocking you.
I can't get it back.
Dude,
I'm
like
trying.
my best friend since like grade school, I sold one of my guitars to. I sold him it was a Stealth, a BC Rich
Oh,
Stealth,
yeah.
Koa,
That's cool.
and he never ceases to remind me that he's got it.
Bastard.
That's a certain personality type. They're like, eh.
Yeah, that's one of the everybody's got one that got away. That one I should have. There's a number of guitars I should have kept, but that's one of them. You don't even see Stealths anymore.
No. They're elusive.
Yeah. I mean, if you went out and looked for it, I bet it wouldn't be that easy. I mean, there is a thing called the internet now, but besides that,
Probably your friend
Yeah.
has all of them.
I know he's got one.
So you went straight from like that. The BC Rich was your first Slayer guitar. That was your first. You had
That's
did,
fair.
Did you have the Les Paul with the blood on that, or
No,
was-
it's Jeff.
That's Jeff. Okay, so you were BC Rich's. Are they all Gibson scale already? Because this is your V that you have here is Gibson scale, right?
I don't know the answer to that.
It's a 2475.
That's
I think.
Gibson.
Gibson. And
Gibson don't really do 24 frets, though.
no, the
The
length of the guitar scale.
Yep.
Like yeah.
I got nothing for you. Feels good when I play it.
When did you actually connect with them, like to work with BC Rich?
That's a fun story. They weren't very far from my parents' house, actually. And I was rehearsing, I'd say, right around the time Show No Mercy came out, maybe. And we're rehearsing, and I didn't have enough money for strap blocks back then. Didn't. No one had money. That's how every band starts. They don't have money.
Right.
So just the fatigue, I was holding the guitar strap up with my thumb to give my shoulder a break, and it came right off. Guitar came swinging down like an axe, and the headstock broke off. And my dad got in touch with BC Rich, and they fixed it. Like sorcery, man. So now it's got the main truss that it always had, and it's got 2 other pins, so that head's never going to come off again. And when all that happened, that's when I had it painted red, because I figured a natural body wasn't as threatening as some red. I don't know.
I think that's the correct choice.
Yeah.
You know, as a teenager, it sounded right to me.
Yeah.
I think it still holds true. I don't think.
But that
natural is
that
not-
Mockingbird, that one's Koa wood as well. So
Okay.
it's a little sacrilegious, but it is what it is. So that got me to ordering my first one. I don't remember if I ordered it from a music store or I was that tight with the BC Rich guys at that point. But I ordered a Mockingbird. I'm sorry. I ordered a Warlock, which you see in all the early European tour in 85 and stuff. And then I was going to the factory for sure when I was ordering my next one. And the dude I always dealt with said, you know, we'd like to give you this guitar. And then first thing out of my mouth was, why? You know, I didn't understand endorsement back then. And I didn't realize I was getting, you know, they were getting so much requests to play the guitars like I'm playing. And he showed me a stack of letters. I went, oh, I get it. Yeah, let's go. And I couldn't tell you what I ordered at that time, but that was the beginning of my first stint with BC Rich.
That's, I think, maybe the great. It's never happened to me. The greatest moment in a guitar player's life is the first free guitar. Must be awesome.
Yeah, and you know, and I wasn't pimping to get it.
Right.
I was going to buy my next guitar, you know, and that was the beginning of me, you know, getting free guitars and, you know, basically being able to ask for whatever I want and whatever configuration, whatever pickups, whatever anything, which is, you know, as a guitar player, that's all you ever need.
Have you gotten to see a lot of the process? Like, what are the inlays on here? Because I didn't.
On this one,
Yeah.
I don't remember. I've got so many new ones lately, and I don't want to sound like
it's
I'm-
your logo.
No, it's not.
No, it's not Dave.
It's the two. It's the.
I'm
It's-
just wondering what like they're
it's-
made of, or
Well,
are they
it's
hand
2
cut?
like stakes.
Yeah.
2 like stakes with an upside down cross and multicolor
Oh,
because
yeah. It's not the logo. I thought it was.
it resembles it. But that was before my logo existed, actually.
Oh, but it is similar. There's similarity. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one was made when Slayer was on the last run.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we wanted to make sure I dug it because I'd been friends with Dean for decades and the people at Dean, and they'd been trying to sign me for a long, long time. And finally, the time became right to make the jump to Dean. And I wanted to give them some Slayer heat. You know, Slayer was wrapping up, so
Yeah.
I didn't want them to start making me a whole bunch of guitars. I just said, make something that we can make it look signature, and I'll give it some stage time before Slayer hangs it up.
Does this one light up?
That's a damn good question. I haven't plugged it in a while. I'll tell you.
I'm gonna be really disappointed if it doesn't light
Yeah,
up
it does.
now.
Oh,
Okay,
can we
Because
see
you
it
can't
light
see.
up?
God.
I need a 1/4 inch.
Can you keep?
good. Yeah, of course. Here we go.
Because the first ones. Oh, there you go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, they're great.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fret markers have lit up.
Rick was doing a lot of those back in the 70s, and I've been wanting to do something
gotta
on a
do it.
Cindy, but
And these
I
guys-
haven't yet. That's cool.
That's just one light. Some companies use different lights for every fret, but mine's one light that goes to every fret. So if it goes out, you can just replace that light.
Oh wow.
What do all the? There's a lot of mini switches and coil tapping and what are the different hidden features?
Okay, I'm going to pick it up one more time.
All right.
They're
I'll
gonna
get
keep
Tom
making
to
you
pick
pick
it
it
up
up.
if you
Just
I put it
warning
down,
you.
and then you
It's a
got
word
another. Okay.
I have other.
So I got to look because sometimes my guitars are different. All right.
Here, we plug it in because maybe that one. Is
So we got your main volume right
Yes,
here, main tone right here, pickup selector, preamp, sustainer on off, and sustainer multi switch.
Nice.
What does a
sorry.
multi switch do? Like
I'm
different
sorry,
octave?
Sustainiac. I'm sorry.
Sustainiac.
Yeah. It just gives you different quality of feedback. Or the one setting is, I'm going to sit this here for a minute,
Oh yeah, okay.
just in case.
It's a workout.
Go figure. We might ask you that. That's
So
more questions about.
one just has the note, one has a high harmonic, one has a low harmonic. I usually use the high harmonic because
more evil.
it just sounds like you're killing things.
Do you? What's different about you? You have a signature Kaler. What is it different than other Kalers?
The only thing I did to the Kaler,
I was just gonna ask.
it's
that.
got my signature
No, it's okay.
on it, which is pretty cool. But the only thing I did, I made a custom color,
Oh, the
the
black
the matte gray.
matte gray.
It's cool.
I think it's a very overlooked thing that guitar hardware is still basically gold, black, or chrome.
I get so annoyed when I'm working on builds.
So I just wanted to do something different.
How much is like the Kaler versus having had Floyd's important to the way that your solo sound and
I think you learn on one or the other. And that's what it comes down to. Like if I had to go on stage and play a Floyd right now, it wouldn't be great. Because the way that you mute it, your hand sits different on the guitar.
right?
Yeah.
And I think that's vice versa. I think if you had a Floyd player and said, here, play this Kaler, they'd be the same. They couldn't do it. It's one or the other. You know, it's like some people like Gibson, some people like Fender.
Do you think there's things you can do with a Kaler? Like I'm wagging my hand that you can't do with a Floyd, or is it just it's just
I think there's things you could do with a Floyd that you can't do with a Kaler.
It's a never-ending conversation
But
on axe
like what?
lords.
Like when you smack it, it goes bang bang bang.
Yeah, when you
can't
hit
do
your
that.
body,
Yeah.
the Floyd it'll move. So it gives it a little odd sound that I can't create with a Kaler.
Got it.
But then there's the Floyd nut, which I was shocked to learn. Right?
That's like Kaler makes that nut now too. Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Kaler. Wait. No, but on the description on the Dean says is a Floyd nut.
It's a Floyd nut.
Yeah.
It's an actual Floyd nut.
According to
That's
the-
more
Harry's
information than I
Harry's
got,
like,
man.
you
For the
fucking
internet.
nerds. I'm gonna walk out of here right now. You guys.
You know, rather than learn that, I would rather go make up a riff.
yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, see, that's that.
That's what one thing I was wondering, like in terms of riffs, do they come to you like when you're walking around, or do you sit down and mess around and
It's usually just messing around, and every once in a while, I'll have something in my head that I don't think exists. And 9 times out of 10, when I try to play it on guitar, it's somewhere completely different than I think it's going to be.
That's awesome.
That doesn't happen very often. It's more just sitting around thinking, hey, that caught my ear. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to put it in. Maybe I do, but I'll record it. And if it's in a song I'm working on at that moment, I'll deal with it. But if it's something different, I'll just record it and come back to it.
Do you keep them organized? Do you have like a riff assistant?
Yeah, 1 through 500. And I don't know which one's which.
Wow.
do you mean like a guy walking around a riff assistant, or is that like some app I don't know about?
No, like a dude.
A
or,
dude,
or,
wa-
a
a,
woman. I mean, I
a
don't
riff
care. Like,
valet,
a riff valet.
like some guy in a tux.
Yeah, I want the one that went like dun dun dun, 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 and then they're like, "Oh yes, here you go, number 336."
I would-
I'm volunteering if you can't tell.
Yeah, one time when I still had my place in Southern Cal and/or Vegas, I'd be going back and forth, and that's when I would go back and revisit all those riffs, and then make notes, revisit this one, and there's like 40 revisits, and some of them are different scenarios of maybe the same riff, but there's a lot in there I still got to get to.
Nice. There's and more coming.
like decades, like years of riffs.
Absolutely,
I like it. So there's no end.
That's no.
not the moment.
Gary King riffs.
Not the moment. I'm just waiting for album 1's tour cycle to be done so we can start recording record 2.
Yeah, and the album's amazing.
Thanks.
It's got it's for like very punk and like old school hardcore elements in it. That I
It's,
wasn't expecting. the
I
punk-
tried to incorporate all things that inspired me on this journey. And I think I got them all. You can definitely hear Sabbathy elements on there. You can hear Priest elements on there. You can definitely hear the punk accents. So, I think we got basically anything that's ever inspired me to be what I am, I think is on that record.
Dave, the other day we were driving back from Philadelphia, and
Not to brag.
not to brag, and I wasn't really hip to it. And he gave me like a Merciful Fate crash course. How much is of that? And who's the guitar player in that, Dave? Like, how much are those guys?
Hank Sherman and Michael Denner would be the guys on the first two records, which I believe to be two of the greatest heavy metal albums or any kind of music albums of all time.
Now, were those big on for you?
Absolutely. And the sole reason Hello Waits has so many long songs and there's only like 7 or 8 songs on it is because me and Jeff are going through a huge Merciful Fate stage right then. And you know, just multiple changes with time changes. It seemed like they don't work, and all of a sudden they work. And yeah, that was when we were still emulating our heroes. And yeah, Merciful Fate were heroes of ours. Shit, in 2015, we played with King Diamond, and King Diamond asked me to go on stage and play Evil with him. And anytime somebody does that, I'm like, why? You already got 2 guitar players. You know, it doesn't it doesn't
more
register
now.
to me.
Am I the only one that thinks there's a point in Evil, which is one of the greatest heavy metals, any song of all time, with many parts? Isn't there a part where you're like, that it's like Eye of the Tiger, dun, 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 and you're like, how do they do it? They even made that sound amazing.
I think that would be something I've never even. I know what you're talking about, but I've never went and
I didn't
seen
want
if
even
it's exactly the same thing or not. I don't know.
I felt
it's very similar.
I
for
felt I
sure.
wasn't worthy to even investigate further because I felt wrong to even think it.
Yeah,
but I'm glad
that
I
riff
set
comes
it up.
out of nowhere and then
Yeah.
it's gone.
Yeah, and then it's amazing.
That's what I kept thinking when I was listening to that record when we were driving back. Is like, this could only be made by a band that practices all the time.
You'd think.
Like those dudes, like you guys must have been too, right? Just rehearsing constantly. I don't know how you would.
When
get
you're
through
kids,
something.
that's all you do.
That's true.
When you grow up, man's like, I gotta go to practice. Shit. Yeah, you know, because you're into other things. And at the end of the day, yeah, this is my job. I got to do it.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna give it all up and go work at Burger King. That just, you know.
That seems like a really bad. That would be a bad move.
But can you imagine?
Well, it's got the same name, man.
That's
you
true.
know.
That's true.
That would be. Well, can you imagine you going like, I'm just gonna go in and grab a Whopper real quick, and Kerry King takes your order.
I'd be an asshole. It wouldn't be a good experience.
Can you hold the pickles? Fuck you.
I'm wearing them pickles.
What jobs what horrible jobs did you have before Slayer?
Not very many. Not very many. I worked at a toy store during the Christmas holidays when I was like 16.
That's true hell.
I worked at a mini golf place for like a month.
See, I would like to see that again. You know, I'm off the go mini putt. Kerry King's like, here, let me get you.
But I wasn't. No one knew who I was.
I'm saying now, like
Well,
this
now,
summer.
yeah.
Have like a Kerry King theme.
I know you don't have
golf.
time. For this.
I'll go out there like Bill Murray in Caddyshack and just wreck the place.
I got that going for me, which is nice. My favorite movie of all time, by the way, and I like not as a joke. My favorite movie of all time.
It's an excellent
Caddyshack.
film.
I was watching a video of you doing like some lesson, and you were somewhere, and you're like you're like, fuck, I'm doing this lesson today, and
You sent me that.
Yeah.
It's where someone keeps walking in. behind
yeah,
it.
it was like super. It was almost as like the presentation was almost as deluxe as our Axe Lords here.
It
and
was great. Great video.
how long does it take you? Like your right hand is basically a machine. Like, is it something that you have to do every day, or if you don't, like, how long does it take you to get back into like competition mode? And do you think, final part of this question, do you think the right hand is really for like thrash and metal the secret of the sound?
I think so. Where do I start? There's a lot of questions there.
I'm really good at overwhelming
What's
people.
the workout regimen like? Can
Yeah.
you like get out of doing chores around the house where your wife's like, "Hey, we really gotta, get the washer dryer fixed," and you're like, "Honey, got to keep the riff hand in shape." Sorry.
Well, I could keep the riff hand in shape. Riff hand. I said riff hand. Because I can't fix a fucking washer anyway.
okay, that's a good loophole.
Good loophole. But yeah, like how much maintenance does it take? And like, this,
Well, I mean, since I've been done with Australia, I've been done like 9-10 days now, and I just played once the other day before I went to the West Coast, just to keep things limber, keep my calluses. That's important. Because once your calluses are gone, then you're basically starting over.
yes,
Not
it goes
not as a
fast.
beginner, but
Yeah.
just you got to grow them again, and get your fingers tough. But yeah, I think right hand and thrash is super important, and I think some people have a knack for it more than other people do. I think I luckily do have a knack for it. But it's funny when we were going through stuff to pick songs for set lists and stuff, and go back to old records and go, man, that riff just don't do that anymore. It's just you get older and you don't have the flexibility you did. I don't know, but man, some of those tempos on things we went through, I'm like,
No way.
I couldn't play that if I didn't drink last night.
So, who do you think have the best right hands in metal?
Well, I'm not going to say me because that's just bad.
I think. Well, I'm going to say besides you.
I'll tell you, James has a great right hand. Scott's got a great right hand. Anybody, Mustaine, anybody that we all know and admire for what they do. These are obvious choices. And for that matter, my new band Phil, he's a great player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's amazing.
Did you know? Like, was it a very? Did you spend time just on the hand, like the right hand, or did it just part? It was part.
I think it just naturally evolved.
Because I think Scott used to literally have like right hand wars with people. I think I've heard.
Could be.
I've heard that.
What do you mean? Like in an alley, he would just start like air picking?
That I've heard, and that there was a time that him and James just stood facing each other in the music building in Queens, and like had a fucking right hand death match.
Like with guitars or
With
just
guitars,
in the air, like in the
no,
hallway?
no, not air, right?
And
Yeah,
at the-
yeah. No, they were just like. Dun, 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 dun.
Then you can just make it up and say, yeah, man, mine's going way faster than yours.
Yeah.
It's intense stuff you're doing. Like, you must really have to stay on the ball. I mean, like, do you have?
Yeah, you got to stay on the ball for sure.
But also, you invented it, though.
Right.
Kinda, along with others. Kirk's got a right hand too. He's badass. Like I said, anybody take anybody in the big four and they're fine. Then you got people like Gary Holt and Exodus.
Right.
He filled in for Slayer for about 10 years, so obviously he's got what it takes. And there's tons of players that are in bands that just don't occur to me. There's so many bands out there, and if you're even remotely thought of as playing in the thrash genre, you got to have a right hander. It just don't work.
Have you ever had like a cramp or a blowout like live?
No. The only
Thanks for bringing that
A
up.
right hand.
the only weird
blowout.
thing that ever happened was I had one of my calves kind of froze up after a show, probably because I was too dehydrated. Just balled up like you had a Charlie horse kind of thing.
Oh, yeah,
and your
I
muscle
get that.
your muscle just tenses up, and no matter what you do, it won't release. That was after a show in Long Island, actually.
This is my little calf tip. I grab it and squeeze it, and it makes it release. For any sufferers out there,
It only happened once.
well, if it happens again,
Yeah, 40-year career, it only
Obviously.
happened once.
Happens to Dave all the time.
I'm on a thrice weekly calf incident thing.
He crawls out of here sometimes. The amps that you were starting out with, like 81, 82, 83, they didn't have the gain that you needed to play that stuff. So, like, what did it take you? I mean, I know what you ended up using, but like, did it take you a long time to figure out how to get the equipment that you guys had at that time to sound like what we think of as thrash music?
It's a work in process until you land on what you like. And I can't even remember things we used in the beginning, but you have to think distortion boxes would have been there, maybe some overdrives. But once I finally landed on a 10-band EQ that had its own gain, which got me where I really wanted to be, that's probably about where we ended up around Raining Blood era. And once I landed there, it was basically that in the 800 Marshall, in whatever context from then on.
I tried to steal a Kerry King Marshall once. Like I was at Guitar World and we
He's
had,
sitting right here.
no, I mean it wasn't his.
It wasn't
Oh,
mine. Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
I'm
We were at
sorry.
Guitar
I
World
misunderstood.
and I had the 800 and I was trying to keep it, and they kept asking for it back, and I managed to keep it for like 6 months.
Wait, what do you mean? You borrowed it? I don't
Yeah, I like
understand.
did like we had it in for a product review and I stole
Oh, you're
it.
saying with like a
Yeah, live by what I always do.
a Guitar World? Or
Yeah.
something. Got it. I thought you meant like as a kid.
No, at Guitar World.
I would have been impressed.
Do you guys? I felt like what you guys discovered with Slayer is that mid range is actually super important. Like everybody else scoops their sound,
I'm the opposite.
you're the opposite. And was that a conscious revelation? Like, oh, this way you can actually hear the guitar.
I just liked it. What I wanted to get out of that pedal was I wanted to be more gutsy. You know, I wanted it to be. I already got plenty of highs. I've already got plenty of lows. But what it seems to be lacking is a mid range. So my EQ just looks like there's a mountain in the middle of it because that's how I'd run it. And then I would change the gain on the actual EQ to suit the situation.
And if I'm not that Marshall, the boost pedal had that, like the boost button had all of that EQ and everything built in, right?
Yeah, the on the head I think it's called Assault. So what it did, it would take the parameter of my 10-band EQ, and as you crank it up on the amp, it's just my parameter, louder or less louder, or loud's not the word, more engaged or less engaged. So you can't make it like you can't take what was my pedal and tweak that EQ. You're getting more or less of my EQ setting.
It was a good amp. I should have just.
Oh, it's killer. I still use them.
Is that what that was my next question? Is
Yeah.
that what you're using live?
I run 3, yeah.
Nice. 3, like you actually 3. Like, how many live cabinets on stage?
6.
Nice.
See, he's doing it.
He's doing it.
Not this fake.
Yeah. Like, are you like? Do you think modeling is a farce?
What's modeling?
Amp modeling,
That's
like
the correct
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah. Oh, not like yeah. Do you think Yeah. Do
That's
like
what I'm talking
Like
about.
temper. And stuff.
I've never tried it because I like what I have so much. I should try it. I think Phil uses it. But I gotta try it myself because I don't know what I'm talking about. I've never sat and messed with one of those things and see how, like, if it tries to model my amp, see if it's even close because I don't know.
6 live cabinets. I don't think you could ever get that feeling.
Yeah, I got 3 heads running 2 each, and I stagger them, so it's not cabinet 1 and 2, head 1, cabinet 3 and 4, head 2. I go 1 4 2 5 3 6.
Wait, so like this head is like powering this. Am I getting this? Like this one
Wait,
over
1
here and this
4
one over
3
here?
5 2 6. You
My
said
my head
1
just
4 2 5
exploded.
3 6.
okay. 1.
So instead of
4.
like that being one head, this
Yeah.
being another head, that being another head, it's just a wash of all 3.
Are they EQ different?
A little bit.
I think we're gonna have to try this.
It's
Excellent.
rad.
Maybe.
It's rad. And the funny thing is, like I'll have them on individually just to see if they're all in the ballpark. And then when you crank all 3 of them on, it's just a wall of sound, and it doesn't hurt. It's just enveloping. I play loud, but I don't play loud where it hurts at all. And I only use wedges now. I don't have tied fills at all. But it's just you're just in the sound. It's awesome.
So you're no inner ears for you.
No.
I like that. Another
That's cool.
correct answer.
Do we think between us we could get 6 cabinets together and try this? 1 3 1 2
we're-
1 3 5
We're heading straight to Guitar Center.
right after this. I am fucking. That is so cool. I love hearing that people are still. I said this in a previous episode, but Angus Young is 18 live cabinets at the moment.
Yeah. Well, let me pull the awesomeness away for a minute.
We'll edit
Well,
it out. We'll edit it out.
Now we only have the bottom row cabinets. When we used to have 3 stacks tall, we used to play 18 cabinets aside, but still, I only have the 6 bottoms on. I don't want sound at my head level. That would
Got
make
it.
it hurt.
So now you've got 2 2 and 2. So you've got a full stack on. No,
No, 6 across.
6 across.
But then is there another row on top that aren't on?
Whenever we had them, yeah. Like if we had triple stacks, The top one, the middle ones weren't on. Mm-hmm. I've been on the bottom for years.
Were they loaded or were they dummies?
No, they're dummies. There's no point in carrying the extra weight.
I still am impressed.
Have you ever gotten the chance to be on stage when somebody's playing and all you hear is drums?
Yes.
Because everybody's got in-ears now. It's not fun to watch bands on side stage anymore. I used to get off on that. Now I go up there and all you do is hear the singer shouting at you. And you can't hear the song.
And if the PA is not good enough, then it's totally depressing.
Yeah, it's I'm like, well, I'm going to go backstage and hang with the other guys I know because I can't hear the music.
I saw Cradle of Filth in Paris, and it was like a silent stage, and like it was literally the most depressing,
Yeah,
least metal thing I ever saw.
it's a bum out compared to the old days because you used to be able to just go up on side stage and hear everything.
Yeah. Kerry King is like a brand, I think. I think it's safe to say that to you. Like,
Fair.
was that a natural progression, or did you look at somebody like Gibbons or Rick Nielsen and been like, these guys know how to create a whole situation?
There was no master plan. It was an evolution from long-haired teenager Carrie to, bald-headed fucking jailhouse Carrie.
How does that, like we were talking about this, you live here now in New York. Do people, being so recognizable, as Tom mentioned, do people bother you, Slayer fans and just guitar fans?
I wouldn't even call it bother. People
Not bother, but-
anymore. They just want to pick.
Yeah.
And if they for some reason have something signed, they'd like a signature. But I mean, they'll come up and take 10 seconds of your time if you can take a selfie with them, and I got time for that all day. Here, it's not just New Yorkers. There's so many tourists. So
Yeah.
I mean, I get people from all over the world because they're here and they're like, wow, why is Kerry King here? But yeah, it's amazing how many different nationalities I get just by being in New York.
Do you have a lot of snakes still?
Now, when I came to the East Coast, I cut that tie. Just to try to bring them here. Everything's more expensive here anyway. So it's expensive getting them here, the expense of keeping them here, the expense of housing. And I just said, this part of my career, it's time to wrap up and just nail the music part of it.
So not even like a couple, like a ball python?
I got
hanging
nothing.
out? Nothing.
Now, keeping them now is for other people, and they can spend their time doing it, and I'll go look at them.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing? What are you going to start working on another record? You've already have, or?
Oh, I'm always working on stuff. Paul and I have probably demoed 10 or 12, not just from when we did this record, but I mean, we still got demos from Repentless that I haven't used. We got demos from Hell I Rise that I haven't used. We've got demos from things I've written since then that obviously we haven't used. So it's just going to be, selecting which ones are going to be on the next record. And I'm going to have leftovers for record 3. So we're in a good spot. We're in a good scenario to get another record out in a nice, timely fashion. So you don't have to wait 5-6 years like you would for Slayer.
Right. Are there? Do you have Slayer festival dates coming this summer? Or
We're doing the one that got rained out this year. The one in Kentucky, whatever it's called.
so does all that stuff just sit in the warehouse and like you just guys like take it out?
Well, I use the same stuff, like the
Right.
same gear I take out when I'm playing with KK. But yeah, it lives on the West Coast somewhere. But we used to have stuff like we'd have gear in Europe, we'd have gear here, and then when Slayer hung it up, all the gear came back to the West Coast. So
You said that during Slayer, like your style and Jeff's sort of kind of got closer to each other from just working together all the time. What do you think your playing took from Jeff's playing? Like, were there things from the way that he played that you incorporated into your style that you're like, oh, that's a little bit of Jeff there? Because I mean, it's one of the best guitar teams of all time.
that's very interesting. I don't think I would apply it like that. I think it was more like an influence kind of thing. Like he introduced all of us to punk. Because at that point in my teenage years, I was sitting on the Halfords and Ronnie James Dios and Ozzy's of the world. And then he started bringing the punk in, and I didn't get it. I'm like, well, I've already got like the best singers on the planet I'm into. What's going on with this punk thing, and why are you into it? And then, I'm not going to say one day it clicked, but over the time of being force-fed punk by Jeff Hanneman,
In the van,
it
like-
grew on me. And then, for years and years, he was incorporating it into, Slayer material, be it more thrashy riffs. And then, toward the end of Jeff's time, it kind of flip-flopped, and I was writing the punkier stuff, and he was writing the moodier stuff. Our influences became each other's influences. And in the beginning, he would write punkier stuff. And in the end, I ended up writing punkier stuff.
And you guys met, you were both auditioning for a Southern rock band? Am
I was auditioning. He worked in the building.
Oh, okay.
He was like, for instance, he'd be like a door guy here.
Oh, okay.
Then when I came out, so he was like the door guy at this rehearsal space, I think. And I went and I checked this band out that I had no business playing with. But, you don't know that till you go find out. Mm-hmm. And when I left, Jeff was in the lobby playing guitar, and he was playing stuff I knew. And I asked him if he was in a band. He said no. And I said, well, that's like the same influences I'm bringing to the table. Would you like to get together? And from there, I think I just met Dave, and I knew Tom from previous bands. So, yeah, that's how we ended up getting together for the first time. I think it was me and Jeff went to Dave's place. Then I recruited Tom, and I said, hey, I got these guys that, if you want to give this another shot, it might be worth your while. And we started playing at his place, and that's where we played for years.
I love that Slayer actually started like as a
Like all in the same neighborhood, right?
Like no, there was no like. And then my manager contacted,
Dude,
and not like, oh, we had like 10 drummers
Yeah.
before we got Dave Lombardo. Like,
yeah, people, a big question I get, not in this kind of interview, but just interviews in general. Would like,
good interviews. Yeah.
what would you say? How would you? What would you say to a band starting today? I just say don't.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because, now there's an internet. It's a completely different world than it is when we came up. When we came up, we would make flyers, jump high school fences, and stuff all the lockers of anywhere within 10 miles of where we're going to play. We went out and hoofed it. We did all the work ourselves. And now you just click a button and anybody in the world's got your music. So I wouldn't know where to begin.
I would love to see some Kaler work. Would you be willing to plug in for a sec?
I'll do it. I don't care. There's going to be, that's it. Like, yeah, that's what the guitar's for. Let the guitar work.
I think we still want to see it though.
That's fine.
Because
what are you plugging into?
We're gonna play.
this is where it gets disappointing.
Oh wow. I'm looking at Dave's eyes and he's going, I'm buying a Sustainiac.
I'm just like,
Told you.
install Sustainiacs into every
guitar now.
It makes you superhuman, It just makes us. And like I was saying, so that's like the high harmonic sound. That's the warmer one.
Oh wow.
That's a nasty one. It's still in tune.
That's amazing. So you can
Yes.
it'll stop doing that. Like if you start playing a riff, it'll stop feeding back. Like if you're like live.
Well, it's got to have time to feedback.
Got it.
So if I'm coming out of a lead that I might have it on, I might leave it on to, like, say, for instance, I hit a chord. It's got no time to feed back, you know what I mean?
Part of me thinks, though, as soon as you open the case, it just does it on it for a second. I could hear it. Ta-da.
See how it doesn't feed back? 'Cause
Yeah.
it doesn't have time.
You just like
Amazing.
seriously like made the glee that I experienced by watching you do that.
I'm glad we got it happening.
I do.
Yeah.
Us too.
I really
If
was.
we had that direct sound, it would have been one of those things where people like.
I don't even think my guitar would have fed back.
Yeah.
It would have said, "Nah, fuck you."
That would have been. That was. Thank you for your patience, seriously, because you know.
What do I got to do?
I don't know.
There's no football today. I'm just hanging.
So is it off that you're off now, or yeah? Okay. Is that with the boot? You have that boost? Do you actually use like the boost?
Well, here's the boost.
Whoa.
When it's loud, you can't hear it as well. You can hear the switch engaging, but unless it's low, you can't hear it.
Are you guys in E or E flat?
E flat.
E flat.
Why would you boost it when you're already running that hot?
To fucking.
Or
be-
why would you
Well,
ever not boost it? I should say.
Before I started using an overdrive, I used the preamp in the guitar for my boost.
Oh, okay.
But it takes me away from playing just that split second to get to the switch. So I still have it in my guitar, but I use an outboard overdrive now.
Wow. That was some of the best noises. You are actually.
we need to get. We gotta
Staniac,
get a
dude.
couple of
Yeah.
What are the
This has been a true treat, and
Yeah, thank you.
you know,
scary?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
thanks for all of the listening. Thanks for the This is true music that like when I would play it, my parents were like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" This and like
what
Dead
you want.
Kennedys. Yeah, they they were like, "Yeah, this is you're really, scaring us right now." So thank you.
Absolutely.
Wait, I know we're done, but I did have a question. Is there any like secret list, like when I knew any surprises for people would be like, actually, I'm a really big bluegrass fan, like of what you're into.
Yeah.
I don't have anything like that for you.
Do you have like any?
just wanted to
is your
check.
house full of like Martins and Telecasters or anything? No.
I've never had a Telecaster. No offense to John 5, because he makes them sound great, but not my style.
I think if you put two humbuckers in a Telecaster, like that's one of those philosophical things. Like, is it a Telecaster?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Telecaster is a body style,
It's true.
not a lifestyle.
Axe Lords.